Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Manchester United star poised for £50 million move to Italian giants and Casemiro's thoughtful remarks following United's defeat. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Juventus could table £50 million offer for Manchester United striker. According to Fischages, the Italian giants are keen to secure the services of the Dutch forward and are reportedly prepared to splash out £50 million to make it happen. It remains to be seen whether Manchester United would be willing to part ways with the player. Despite struggling to meet expectations, he is still a talented prospect with a promising future. Having already showcased his abilities in Serie A, he possesses the qualities to excel in the Premier League as well. Manchester United's Joshua Zirkzee has been tipped for a potential move away from Old Trafford. The 23-year-old Dutch international has found it challenging to settle since his transfer to England, and Juventus seem ready to offer him an escape route. United's current struggles as a team have made it difficult for new arrivals to make their mark. Perhaps the Red Devils would do well to show patience and allow Zirkzee time to develop under their new manager, Ruben Amorim. Meanwhile, Juventus' interest in the striker comes as little surprise. Zirkzee impressed during his stint with Bologna, and the Turin-based club have had the opportunity to see his talents up close. With Dusan Vlahovic potentially on his way out, Juventus are in need of reinforcements up front, and Zirkzee could prove to be an ideal replacement for the Serbian forward. For Zirkzee, a return to Serie A might hold significant appeal. A fresh start in more familiar surroundings could help him rediscover his form. The Dutchman has yet to fully adapt to English football, and heading back to Italy might provide the ideal environment for him to thrive again. Playing for a club of Juventus stature would undoubtedly be an attractive prospect for the young striker. Casemiro delivers cutting remark following Manchester United's defeat to Bournemouth. Manchester United endured yet another humiliating defeat at Old Trafford, succumbing to a ruthless Bournemouth side with a shocking 0-3 scoreline. Despite dominating possession and creating chances, Ruben Amorim's side fell victim to Bournemouth's clinical finishing. The loss left fans and players alike in disbelief, marking another low point in United's turbulent season. Bournemouth began the match with confidence, matching United's intensity in the opening minutes. The hosts had their first opportunity in the 6th minute when Amad Diallo's low-driven shot was denied by Bournemouth goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga. Moments later, Andre Onana was forced into action to stop a long-range effort from Antoine Semenyo, setting the tone for a challenging evening. The visitors took the lead in the 29th minute, with centre-back Dean Huijsen heading in a perfectly delivered free kick from Ryan Christie. The free kick was awarded after Tyrell Malacia was penalised for what appeared to be a controversial foul. Despite protests from United players, the referee stood by his decision, and the goal was upheld. United attempted to mount a response, with captain Bruno Fernandes leading the charge. However, the Portuguese midfielder's efforts were in vain, as his shots either missed narrowly or were thwarted by Bournemouth's resolute defense. The frustration among United fans grew as the team struggled to find an equalizer before the break. At the start of the second half, Ruben Amorim made tactical changes, bringing on Lenny Yoro for Tyrell Malacia and adjusting the defensive setup. Although United created a few half chances, notably from an Amad Diallo corner, it was Bournemouth who struck again. In the 60th minute, Justin Kluivert calmly converted a penalty after Nasser Mazraoui was adjudged to have fouled an opposing player inside the box. Barely 2 minutes later, Bournemouth delivered the final blow. Antoine Semenyo latched onto a precise pass from Dango Ouattara to slot home the third goal, leaving United's defense in shambles. The visitors' efficient and composed performance silenced the Old Trafford crowd, who could only watch as their team crumbled. Despite a few late opportunities, including efforts from Rasmus Højlund and Alejandro Garnacho, Manchester United failed to capitalize. Bournemouth's defense, marshaled brilliantly by Kepa Arrizabalaga, remained impenetrable, ensuring the visitors secured a memorable victory. After the match, Casemiro was approached by the media for his thoughts on the team's dismal performance. The Brazilian midfielder, who was notably left on the bench for the entire match, delivered a cryptic and biting remark. "I have nothing to say. I was just enjoying it from the bench." His comments have added to the growing speculation about his relationship with manager Ruben Amorim. With the defeat, Manchester United face mounting pressure as questions swirl around their manager, players, and tactics. The result against Bournemouth not only highlights their ongoing struggles, but also raises serious concerns about their ability to recover in what has been a disappointing campaign so far. What are your thoughts on Manchester United's defeat to Bournemouth? Do you think United need to invest in a new defender, given the poor ratings of the backline in this match, especially in dealing with aerial threats? And what's your opinion on Casemiro? Does he deserve to remain an unused substitute, or should he at least have featured in the second half? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Manchester United injury news and return dates ahead of Wolves clash. Manchester United are set to return to Premier League action on Boxing Day, with an away trip to Molineux to face Wolves. The Red Devils will be looking to recover from a heavy 0-3 home defeat against Bournemouth, a result that left them in 13th place on Christmas Day, a position not seen since 1989. The club was also recently knocked out of the Carabao Cup at the quarter-final stage, adding to a difficult festive period. The defeat against Bournemouth highlighted the mental struggles within the team. Players appeared anxious and under pressure throughout the match, with moments of indecision affecting their performance. The club is desperate to turn their fortunes around, but a growing injury list continues to make matters more challenging. Mason Mount, he sustained an injury during United's 2-1 victory over Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium last weekend, leaving the pitch in the first half. The midfielder is expected to be out until January 2025, with the exact return date yet to be confirmed. This long-term absence comes as a significant blow to United's midfield options. Luke Shaw, who recently returned from a lengthy injury, suffered a hamstring setback just weeks into his comeback. The England international described this period as one of the toughest of his career. There is no clarity on when Shaw might be available for selection again, and his absence leaves a void in United's defensive line. Matthijs de Ligt, the Dutch defender, was unavailable for the Bournemouth match due to illness. Initially expected to return for that game, it has now been confirmed that de Ligt will be back in the squad for the Boxing Day fixture against Wolves, offering some relief to United's defensive concerns. Victor Lindelof was forced off at halftime during the defeat to Tottenham due to discomfort, raising concerns about another injury setback. Further assessments are needed to determine the nature and extent of his issue, and there is no current update on when he might return. Marcus Rashford has not featured in United's last 3 matches in all competitions, not due to injury, but because he has been dropped from the squad. The forward recently expressed his desire to seek a new challenge, sparking speculation about his future at the club. His availability for the Wolves match remains uncertain and depends on tactical and managerial decisions. As United prepare for the Boxing Day clash, their squad depth is being tested. With several key players unavailable and others still finding form, the team faces a challenging end to the year. The return of Matthijs de Ligt provides a glimmer of hope, but the ongoing absence of key figures like Mount and Shaw will undoubtedly make an impact. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.